Close your eyes and let your soul be transported to a magical moment. You stand atop the Maludi Mountains, where white clouds paint brushstrokes across the turquoise sky, and the wind sings through the valleys like an ancient song of your ancestors. Below you, the endless South African grasslands, where zebras frolic in the golden sunlight, and in the distance, from the vibrant streets of Soweto, the beat of Marabi drums blends with the rhythm of modern jazz, like the heartbeat of an entire continent. This is South Africa, a land where nature is a majestic symphony, history is an eternal flame, and people are artists of dreams. South Africa is more than a place to be. It is a living breath, a story that makes your heart sing and your soul soar. Are you ready to tune into the pulse of Africa? What is it about South Africa that makes you yearn to explore? Share your dreams in the comments, and subscribe to our channel to start an adventure through the land where every look is a poem, every step is an eternal melody. South Africa, the shining star at the southern tip of the African continent, is where the Atlantic and Indian Oceans meet at the Cape of Good Hope, where white water waves crash against the cliffs in a ferocious oceanic cacophony. Bordered by Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Eswatini, and surrounding Lesotho, South Africa stretches over 2,800 kilometers of coastline. From the sparkling sands of Plettenberg Bay, where you can swim with seals, to the pristine bays of De Hoop, where southern right whales appear each winter. This strategic location, where east-west trade routes converge, has made South Africa a crossroads of cultures, with its rich natural landscape at the heart of the country. Namakwa National Park, which bursts with millions of wildflowers each spring, transforms the arid desert into a vibrant tapestry like a Van Gogh painting. The Cederberg Mountains, with their fiery red sandstone formations and ancient Cave 9 paintings, are where you can hear the whispers of time through the crevices. Sodwana Bay Beach, with its colorful coral reefs and schools of tropical fish, is a diver's paradise where you can feel the ocean breathing. The Shusluwe-Amphalozi Plain, where white rhinos roam among the green hills, is a testament to the vitality of South Africa's ecosystems. In South Africa, nature is more than just a landscape, it is a majestic symphony, where every blade of grass, every wave is a musical note, inviting you to breathe in the breath of Africa. South Africa is a land of resilient warriors, where people have faced the darkness of injustice to ignite the flame of freedom. Apartheid, from 1948 to 1994, imposed brutal racial segregation, dividing communities, imprisoning dreams, and casting a dark shadow over the country. But the people of South Africa, from the vibrant streets of Khayelitsha to the remote rural areas of Limpopo, rose up with a courage that shook the world. Nelson Mandela, known as Tata, Father, led the nation on a journey of reconciliation, transforming South Africa into a symbol of forgiveness and unity. Johannesburg's Constitution Hill Museum, once the prison that held Mandela and Gandhi, now tells the story of struggle and triumph, with walls engraved with the names of prisoners and cells holding painful memories. The 1985 Uitenhage Uprising, when people protested against the regime's violence, was a historic moment, with resistance songs echoing through the streets. Figures like Helen Suzman, an anti-apartheid politician, and Bantu Biko, who started the Black Consciousness movement, inspired millions. Today, South Africa celebrates Freedom Day on April 27th, with performances and community discussions to celebrate the legacy of struggle. South Africa's history is an ever-burning flame, a lesson in the power of people to stand up for justice, and the promise of a future where all dreams can soar. Nu ban utik kem fa and hung vung dat moi, dung quain nan dang ky ken va de lai ben wan chia se kem nan kwa ban ne. If you love exploring new lands, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment to share your feelings. South Africa is a vibrant cultural mosaic, where 11 official languages, from ISI Zulu, ISI Xhosa, Sesotho to Tswana and Afrikaans, weave together like the colors of a painting. The Pedi people, in Sekhukhune, are famous for their Kiba dances, where women in brightly colored skirts create waves that resemble rivers. The Ndebele people, whose houses are painted with vibrant geometric patterns, turn each village in Mpumalanga into a living museum, where each wall tells a story of identity and creativity. South African cuisine is a journey through cultures, reflecting the country's melting pot. Ting, a petty dish of sour maize porridge, is served with stewed meat and wild herbs, bringing a rustic, country feel. Kapana, a Khoisan dish of beef grilled on an iron grill in the markets, is a Khoisan heritage dish, often served with a fiery chili sauce. At markets like Victoria Street Market in Durban, you can enjoy lentil-stuffed samosas and refreshing sugarcane juice while vendors tell stories about their families. Festivals like Heritage Day on September 24th invite people to don traditional dress, from Ndebele headdresses to petty robes, and share family heirlooms at lively communal feasts. South African culture is a blend of history, tradition, and innovation, with each ethnic group adding a new dimension to the country's colorful tapestry. South Africa is a living architectural book, where colonial buildings tell stories of the past, of intersection, and of rebirth. Oudtshoorn, known as the ostrich capital of the world, is home to Victorian sandstone houses, with their red-tiled roofs and wrought iron balconies that were once the homes of 19th century ostrich feather merchants. Cape Town's Parliament House, with its white pillars and classical domes, is where historic laws were passed, from the repeal of apartheid to the recognition of same-sex marriage. Port Elizabeth's Malay Quarter, with its pastel-colored houses and cobblestone streets, is a legacy of the Malay community, where the aroma of curry and Coke Sister wafts through the air. In Swellendam, Cape Dutch houses with louver windows and curved thatched roofs are a testament to Dutch influence, now turned into boutique ghost houses and small museums. Conservation projects in Pietermaritzburg are restoring colonial buildings, from the train station to the old theater, to transform them into cultural and educational spaces. These structures are more than just stone and mortar. They are chapters of memory, where the colonial past meets the modern, a way for South Africa to preserve its heritage and continue its story. If you love exploring new lands, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment to share your feelings. South Africa is a hotbed of tech startups, where young minds are shaping the future with creativity and passion. In Johannesburg, an area called the Tech Hub is home to companies like OffersN, a platform that connects programmers with global companies, helping thousands of young people find jobs in the tech industry. Innovators in Pretoria, like the team at Aerobotics, are using drones and AI to monitor crop health, helping farmers optimize their harvests and reduce their environmental impact. Innovation hubs like 22 on Sloan and Sandton are where young entrepreneurs meet, share ideas, and develop apps ranging from education to finance. For example, the Abelobi app helps small-scale fishermen track fish prices and sell directly to restaurants, improving their incomes and protecting their livelihoods. Events like Techstars Startup Weekend in Durban bring together developers and investors, with projects like a smart medical device that measures blood pressure via phone. Despite challenges with finance and connectivity, South African entrepreneurs, from self-taught learners in Gugulethu to engineers in Stellenbosch, are leading the wave of innovation. South African tech startups are the beacon of the future, the country's way of pushing boundaries to reach new horizons. South Africa is Africa's natural keeper, where wildlife conservation efforts have become a banner of love for the planet. The Timbavati Game Reserve, which borders Kruger National Park, is home to rare white lions, where conservation programs use GPS technology to track them and protect them from poachers. Rangers here, like Sipho Ndlovu, work around the clock, using helicopters and sniffer dogs to stop rhino and elephant poachers. Makala National Park, with its herds of roan antelope and rare ospreys, is where biologists study how to restore endangered species. Local communities around the Sabi Sand Game Reserve participate in reintroduction projects, returning animals like the African wild dog to the wild. Organizations like the Endangered Wildlife Trust operate rescue camps where orphaned rhinos are raised before being released back into the wild. Visitors to Timbavati can join non-invasive safaris, where every ticket purchase helps fund conservation. Wildlife conservation in South Africa is about more than just saving animals. It's about preserving the spirit of nature, the country's way of protecting its living heritage for future generations. South Africa is a land of light festivals, where darkness becomes a canvas for creativity and hope. Durban's Illumination Festival transforms the waterfront streets into a magical world, with light installations projected onto buildings. From dancing whales to portraits of South African artists like Miriam Makeba. Street performers, from fire troops to neon artists, bring the atmosphere to life, with audiences dancing under the shimmering lights. In Pretoria, the Jacaranda Festival of Lights, which takes place during the violet season, lights up parks with thousands of LED lights shaped like flowers and animals, creating a fairy tale-like scene. Families gather to eat vetkoek and watch light shows synchronized to jazz music. The Moonlight Mass in Cape Town, where thousands of people cycle through streets illuminated by colored lights, is a symbol of unity and joy. These festivals are more than just lights. They are the fires of community, the way South Africans make their dreams come true, a symbol of connection and creativity. South Africa is the birthplace of photography, where each frame captures a slice of the nation's soul. Photographers like Sunta Mofokeng documented everyday life under apartheid, from street vendors in Soweto to shadowy vigils, turning the camera into a tool of truth and art. Today, young artists like Lendokol Sobekwe use photography to explore identity, with images of young people in Thokoza or cattle herders in the Eastern Cape. Places like the Karoo National Park, with its arid plains and herds of springbok, are ideal for landscape photography, attracting international photographers. In Durban, the Umhlanga Jetty with its red and white lighthouse is the perfect backdrop for sunset shots. Competitions like the AGFA Photo Awards encourage amateur photographers to capture the beauty of South Africa, from cheetahs in Sabi Sand to flower vendors on Adderley Street. Galleries like the Goodman Gallery in Cape Town showcase images from nature to urban culture, highlighting the country's diversity. Photography in South Africa is more than just art. It's the country's way of preserving memories, telling stories, and sharing its soul with the world. South Africa is at the forefront of urban farming, with cities filled with community gardens and bold ideas. In Cape Town, rooftop gardens in the Woodstock area supply tomatoes, basil, and peppers to local markets, transforming drab rooftops into green oases. Urban farmers like Linda Shabalala and Kyalicha use hydroponics, growing plants without soil, to grow fresh vegetables in recycled shipping containers, bringing fresh food and jobs to the community. Projects like Soil for Life in Stellenbosch teach families to grow potatoes, pumpkins, and spinach in wooden crates, reducing costs and boosting nutrition. Bree Street Market is where you can buy produce from these gardens, from homemade marmalade to herbal tea. Schools in Pretoria integrate urban farming into their curriculum, with children learning how to sow seeds and care for plants, raising environmental awareness. Initiatives like Food Forward SA host farming festivals where communities come together to plant and share knowledge. Urban farming in South Africa is more than just growing food. It's a way to heal the environment, bring people together, and build a greener future. South African cuisine is a vibrant tapestry, woven from a diverse mix of peoples, histories, and lands, reflecting the rich soul of the Rainbow Nation. With 11 official languages and countless traditions, each dish tells a story of identity, resilience, and creativity. From the bustling markets of Durban to the village fires of Limpopo, South African cuisine is a sensory journey, blending indigenous, colonial, and migrant flavors. Chakalaka, a spicy bean, tomato, and chili sauce, is the heart of braais, reflecting the communal spirit as people gather around the fire to share meat and stories. The Zulu love isijinji, a sweet pumpkin porridge reminiscent of the days of farming. Meanwhile, Cape Town's Malay heritage offers bobotie, a minced meat dish baked with eggs and sweet spices and topped with golden custard, as a cultural crossover anthem. At markets like Neighborgoods Market in Johannesburg, you can sample buni chow, a hollowed-out bread loaf stuffed with curry, a spicy and rich street food originating from the Indian community. The Khoisan, the original inhabitants, contribute morogo, wild greens sautéed with peanuts, which tastes of the earth. Sweets like Coke Sister, deep-fried, syrup-soaked pretzels are Afrikaans heritage, as sweet as childhood memories. Rooibos tea, harvested from the Cedarberg, is more than a beverage, it's a symbol of sustainability, with its light, herbal aroma. South African cuisine is more than food, it's the pulse of history, from slavery to freedom, from the prairies to the cities. Every bite is an invitation to explore, a way to connect with the heart of Africa, where every taste tells an eternal story. South Africa is a never-ending symphony of nature, history, and people. Where you stand among the Namakwa wildflowers, feel the breath of Africa in the wind of the Cedarberg. Where you walk across Constitution Hill, see Tata's freedom flame still burning. Where you dance at the Illumination Festival, taste ting on Victoria Street, and take photos under the Karoo stars. Where you admire the Sandstone House in Oudtshoorn, dream with startups at the Tech Hub, and celebrate love at Johannesburg Pride. South Africa is the land of white lion defenders, Woodstock farmers, and calm artists. From petty dancing to Khayelitsha vegetable gardens, from Malay Quarter architecture to Sobekwa's photography, South Africa is where every moment is a musical note, every smile is a story. Come to South Africa, let your heart beat with the breath of Africa, let your soul find joy in diversity, and let this journey become an everlasting memory. What attracted you to South Africa? Share your African dream in the comments. Together we will continue to write this song.